All right, good evening. I'm Collin Robinson, and this is People Will Pay Me to Do That. The odd job in loving what you do. So there are a lot of things that you can do to make a buck. You can sell your blood, you can sell some other bodily fluids, you can walk dogs. There are a lot of things you can do. However, those aren't the odd jobs that I'm going to be talking about tonight. Some of the odd jobs I'm going to be discussing are actually careers, choices that people have made, and it's not the standard when I grow up, I want to be a type answer. We're starting with wax sculpting. Sony Vasquez has been sculpting wax for about 10 years. She's done Marilyn Monroe, Britney Spears, Johnny Depp. Most recently, she was actually commissioned to do the Obama statue. She was paid $20,000 to do it. It's in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and she gets paid to do that. Another thing you might not think of is a ski trail map artist. James Hughes. If anybody's been to Jackson Hole, this is the ski map from Jackson Hole. He does 75% of the major resorts in the US. He's been doing it for 20 years, and he's actually turned it into a passion, and you can now buy his art in galleries. So as you can see, that's Cannon Beach, if anybody didn't recognize. The next one I was actually really excited to learn about, and it was beer tasting. I thought that would be the best job ever, until I found out what was actually entailed in beer tasting. And it includes something called wort, which is a sugary, kind of bready tasting thing. And when you've been beer tasting, they actually won't let you out of the room until you're sober. So it kind of takes the whole fun out of beer tasting. So back in 2001, Tierza Davis was laid off. And to deal with it, she went surfing. She went to Costa Rica for what was supposed to be 2 months, stayed there for 8. And when she came back, she created Pura Vida Adventures. And now she takes groups of about a dozen people down to Costa Rica about 24 times a year, and that's what she gets paid to do. Now, for all you local people, I'm sure you've probably seen a mug just like this. Owen's been running Mug Revolution since 2005. He can make just about anything out of clay, including a bathroom sink. So just in case anybody wants to know. He's also doing Twitter mugs now. So he's always coming up with new stuff. He's a great client. Thanks, Owen. Now, new to the entrepreneurial scene is somebody else, Ryan De Spaltro. He's also the pie maker. So the person who just won the pie maker, you get something like that. He doesn't necessarily have a business background, but he has a passion for what he does, and he loves what he does, and that comes through. I've tasted a pie, I know. So that brings us to really loving what you do. It's not like this free pass to success just because you love what you do. It's hard work, it's an uphill battle, it's work. It's something you have to do every day. You can't think about it like, oh yeah, I do this because I love it, and that's it. You have to look at it as a marketable talent. These are things that you can do a little bit better than everybody else that you can market to the masses. That's how I've looked at my freelancing career for the last 10 years, and that's what I will continue to do in the future. So, marketable, in a word, in demand by buyers. If you are going to do something you love, you have to find people who will buy it, somebody who will pay money. The great part about loving what you do is that your buyers will typically love what you do too. Your talent is your ability of superior quality. It's that thing that you do just a little bit better than everybody else, and it's typically driven by your passion. I know it drives me kind of every day when I get up and take my 10-foot commute to my desk. The one thing that kind of pulls everything together in this is talent and passion and drive and determination and all those great things that you hear about from success stories. And they've put in the time and they've done the work. Once again, you can find me on Twitter, CJ Graphics, Ben Proper. cjgraphics.com, freelance web design and development. That's what people pay me to do. Thanks.